HipHopTalks.com. It's your boy DJ Highlight. Salute the Women Wednesdays. We got Tameka Thompson in the building. Tameka, what's good?
What's up?
Tameka over here grinning because she's shy. Hey, I want to share this with the listeners right now before we get into the interview. Tameka sent me a track around what, like 3 months ago?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
She sent me the track too, and when I first started doing the radio show, she's like, don't play it, don't play it, don't play it. So her homegirl that's in the, well, her cousin, homegirl cousin that's in the building hit me up like, man, play that excuse my language. Play that shit and put Trip in. So we played it and everybody went wild. Like I got calls in all night, man. Everybody been blowing the Facebook, Instagram up about Tameka. So how you feeling?
I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
Still shy?
A little bit.
Still putting out bangers though?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm always do that.
who you working with right now?
Right now, I'm working with Nico White. We're working on my mixtape. Addicted to mixtape. Doesn't have a date yet, so it'll be announced soon though. But yeah, that's like my #1 dude right now. So.
Okay, so how does it feel to be in the studio now, like really doing it and seeing all the attention that you're getting?
Shit, I'm a kid in the candy store now. Like, this is what I wanted, so I'm getting it. I'm happy. I'm real happy.
Okay.
So this far, can you say that you've had that like exciting moment? If so, on what song?
Wow.
Addicted?
Yeah, Addicted. Addicted is what started it all. And this last one that I put out, Peach or Nah, that one, the response for that one has been crazy. Like, real crazy so far.
I gotta admit, when I heard Peach or Nah, I was like, oh, okay, she's stepping out of her element on this one.
I had to, you know, people be asking for stuff like that. Like, I do hair, so I deal with a lot of females, and we talk about everything. So I was like, I gotta do at least one like that. And I did it in a tasteful way, though. You know, like I'm not disrespectful at all. So. Okay,
so what's the explain the studio sessions with my boy Coley, man. Like how's the vibe working with him?
Man, honestly, when we get together, we're like one person. Like our vibe is always on. Like it's never been a moment where we argued about anything or disagreed. Like it's really crazy to me. It's crazy to him too, because like just little things. Like even when I'm doing like my backgrounds for my songs, like I'll be thinking it and he'll say it. So honestly, it's like. It's a beautiful relationship.
Do you have anyone who really inspired you to do music?
Honestly, besides myself, like my mom and like my family have always been like the push for me. Like they're the ones who just started me on it, like from jump. Like my auntie seen me singing a lot in choir and stuff, so she pushed me forward. So honestly, they've always been like the push for me, and my cousin over there.
Yeah, Seji be on it right now. Play that track. She got something new. Go ahead and play it.
Yeah, she's on it. That's my girl.
Okay, so I'm from Pasadena. You from Pasadena. So explain how the experience been in terms of getting your music out there for everybody in Pasadena. I know it's a lot of haters out there. So how do you keep going?
I just keep going. I don't even pay attention to it. Like. Whatever a hater gotta say doesn't mean anything to me. Like I do it for me and for whoever love it. Like if you don't love it, I don't even see you. Honestly, that's how I look at it.
Okay, that basically sums it up.
That sums it up. But would you say more people have been more accepted to your music than you have had any haters? Because you definitely want to acknowledge those who love you than you do those who hate. So tell us about a good experience that you've had when someone's listened to your song. They let you know how it may have helped them through a time.
Let's see. That's a hard one. Like honestly, it's rare that I've like gotten someone that hasn't liked it. Like I love criticism and I get that, but I've yet to come across someone that that hasn't liked it or anything like that. But I mean, honestly, like I said, that's the push for me. Especially when I hear people saying like how much they relate to it. Like a lot of the songs that I have, like. That's key for me, is when they can relate to it and they're feeling it, that's it. That's pretty much it.
So the first track you sang was Addicted. What inspired that track?
Well, do you care? Well, Stegy did. We were talking about like just different situations, like, and man, that was the start of it. And then, like I said, I do hair, so I deal with a lot of females, and like we always talk about relationships and stuff like that. So it was like she was the bulk of it, but at the same time, it's like it just came about from talking to a lot of females.
Okay, so explain what it's like to balance doing hair, because I know you be doing
going
that hair.
hard.
You be going hard on Facebook with the hair, and you be going hard with the
Yes,
music.
B-Weave the hype, y'all. B-Weave _ the hype. That's the hair page. I stay with it still.
Okay, so explain the balance that you try to put in between doing hair and then hopping on the mic and singing.
Well, most of the time, I like book as much as I can as far as hair, because to me, like right now, at least, like money comes first, and music's not making the money yet.
Yeah.
So right now, I book as much as I can, and then I go to the studio from there. But most of the time, I try to leave my nights open, or like I'll book, like I'll make sure it's the even balance in the day. Like if I'm doing hair in the morning, I'm doing music at night. If I'm doing music in the morning, I'm doing hair at night. That's pretty much how that goes.
So can your clients get like a twofer? Do you sing to them while you're doing their hair? Like
No, but I play music for them all the time. Like I ask them their opinions on different tracks and stuff like that. So, but I won't sing to them now.
Okay, so what is it? What's the hair experience like though? You really into it or?
I am, honestly. I've been considering, because everything that I've done so far with hair, I'm self-taught. So I've been considering lately, like just going to school for it and just getting my L's, so that way, if I did decide like, oh, I want to shop, or I'll have my L's to do so. If I did decide to go to a shop, because it's a great hustle. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we ask every woman that come in here this question, so we gotta ask you.
Oh Lord.
You dating?
Yeah, careful.
You single? You dating? What's the deal?
Nah, I'm in a relationship.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how hard is it being in a relationship and doing both careers?
It's not hard at all. I mean, I make time for him too, so he understands, like, with the music and everything, so it's a good balance.
So he cool with it. He like, if you blow up, we both blow up.
Yeah, absolutely. He support me. He know what's up.
Okay.
So other than the hair and your music, would you say that there's something else that your fans maybe can relate to you with?
I mean, maybe just life in general. Like, we all have our own little different situations. I know it's a lot of things that, like, everybody goes through. We all, in some way, I feel like we can relate to each other in some way. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but yeah.
So typically, where are most of your shows? Where can people find you?
Well, right now, I'm not doing any. Like, if I do, it might be in Altadena at this place called the Sidewalk Cafe. Every third Friday, they do a show called Live at the Loft. So most of the time, that's where I'll go if I like get that urge to perform. But yeah, right now I'm just like so focused on trying to get this mixtape done. I haven't even thought about performing. But
if you can collab with anyone who's mainstream right now, who would you like to work with?
Justin Timberlake.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. We haven't heard that one.
Yeah, no, I'm in love with him. Like, musically, like he's a genius.
What
They're
draws you
for
to
real.
him?
I just honestly, like, I'm big on like musicality of stuff. You know what I mean? Like backgrounds, bands, and stuff like that. Like I love that. So that part of him, I would love to get into the studio or perform. I would be his backup singer. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
So with the mixtape coming out, Addicted, what could we be looking forward to on it? Like what is it gonna sound like?
Well, for one, every track is gonna sound different from the last one for sure. Basically, I just put me into it. Like, like I said, every song is like different situations. Like, I got songs where it's like I felt like being cocky, so I have a cocky song, or I felt like I need to put out, like how the Peach or Nah song is. Like, I wanted to put out a freakier type of thing, so I did that. But at the same time, I have songs where it's like coming from the heart, and like I said, just different scenarios and different situations. So I just feel like it's something that everybody can relate to. I'm even gonna rap on there.
Okay, so I was on Facebook, so I'll be on there like checking everybody out. And you put a post like, okay, who let my dad hear my song?
Oh my God, yes.
So what was that like for your dad? What response did your dad give you to that song?
He didn't give me one. I would like to this day, I would not know that he listened to that song if somebody else, my sister wouldn't have told me. So I mean, I still haven't heard anything, but he asked her. Peach, or no, like, what, ride your face, like, yeah, he was going in. He didn't tell me though, but I was hearing it. I heard all about it. I'm waiting for that conversation.
Okay, so where you at now? I know you just started getting into it seriously. Mm-hmm. So within the next 2 years, where do you want to see yourself as an artist?
Man, honestly, my answer is like still the same.
Be doing the weaves on this, getting the money.
I actually really like doing hair though, so. Yeah, I probably would every now and then, but it wouldn't be like my main thing like how it is now. But I mean, if I can just, honestly, like I said before, I'm satisfied with just singing and doing me. But of course, like, I want success and I want to be big and all of that stuff. But like I said, as long as I can sing, I'm cool. Everything else does not matter because that's my passion.
Okay, so do you ever see yourself giving them hair though? Just for music full time?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, as far as the hair thing goes, I want to touch on that because a lot of women, they don't feel like they can look the part if their hair is not there.
Yeah.
So say once you do make it, would you say that you would possibly set something up to give back to the youth, maybe during prom time or something like that? You know, we got school coming up. So are you involved in any charity activities or anything?
Right now, like no. But that's something to think about, though. I know, like, it's kind of ending prom season right now, but... Yeah, I definitely like reached out, you know, especially to like my little cousins and stuff like that, you know, I knew was going to prom and needed their hair done. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, whenever, if it's a favor or something like, I would do it. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, me and Seji do that all the time where I'll do her, she'll do mine or whatever. Like, I look out. But it's, you know, it's still something else that I like to do. So I wouldn't give it up full time. Like, I wouldn't give it up.
Okay, so like the question Precious likes to ask every woman that come in here, what's the corniest pickup line a dude ever made on you?
That's only because Highlight here and handed someone their phone and was like, oh, let me dial your number.
You know what? I just heard that though.
That was years ago though. Like, she always trying to judge me on old shit.
I'm judging.
I told you I was 20 years old. I didn't know better. You know what I'm saying? That was the first thing that came to mind. You know what I'm saying? So I did it.
So, yeah, watch your phone.
That's funny. Oh my God. You know what? Me and Kobe were just joking about that because he pulled out some old ass phone and it was like, it had the little thing. It was, I don't know if it was a Palm Pilot, but it had a little pin on the side. He said he was just going to walk up to a girl. Like, so can you write your number down for me? I'm like, well, make sure I'm there because I want to see what that reaction is going to be. So that's one to me. And then, I don't know, to me, corny for me is like when people try to be like, oh yeah, your music's good, dude, can we collab on something? Hey, but you got a boyfriend though? Like,
I mean, you can't blame them. They gotta slide that in there.
Nah, I have to blame them. let me say that now. Do not come at me about music and then try to get at me at the same time. That don't work.
For all our 12,000 and plus listeners, she has a man. So don't try to do the sneak inboxing.
None of that.
Don't try to do none of that.
No DMs on Instagram.
Yes.
But let people know where they can find you before we let you go.
All right, so on Instagram, you can find me at hi_Meek, MEEK. And then I have my SoundCloud, which is soundcloud.com/Mika with the -T. And then that's where you can find like all my music and stuff.
Okay, y'all heard it here first. Live interview with Tameka Thompson out of Pasadena. We're going to spin her first track that she did not want me to spin. Shout out to Seji in the building for making me spin it. We're going to spin it right here at hiphoptalks.com. Addicted.